All right, we're talking with Kayla from Dickson Electric today. Obviously, there's some pretty significant weather moving into our area, and anytime that happens, Kayla, people start to wonder about their electric bill, staying warm, and the big scary is a potential power outage. So, we wanted to have you in and talk about some of the options that people have, both to stay warm, what they should expect, and then also maybe some tips that you have for just keeping your house insulated and
Absolutely.
comfortable this time of year. So, first of all, thanks for coming in and hanging out
Thank
with us.
you. Love being here with y'all.
Now, Dickson Electric does, and I talked about this with Mr. Gillespie a few weeks ago, 99% of the time, your services work great. We're all warm, cozy, cool in the summer, those sorts of things. And then an event like this comes around. So, from an institutional standpoint, we're about 24 hours out. What is the process at Dickson Electric like right now to get ready for a storm like we're expecting tomorrow?
We are currently making sure we have all the equipment ready, all of the, in case of any like poles damage, people will get out on the road when it isn't necessarily safe and sometimes hit a pole, and we do have to fix those. So we're just making sure we have everything ready just in case of those situations, and making sure that our infrastructure is all set, and hopefully we'll have a good time tomorrow.
Sleds, not
Yeah.
power outages.
Yeah,
That's
not
what we're
power,
looking
power
for.
outages here. There's always the potential with snow and ice that we get here that it'll break a tree branch, it'll hit our wire, and we'll have to go and fix that infrastructure there. And so, we just want people to be prepared for that just in case that happens, because with a down line, you're going to have an outage. Also, if you see a down line, please let us know and do not approach the line. Like
That's
safety,
rule number one.
Yeah, safety is our number one priority at Dickson Electric, and we just want to make sure people are being safe about it. So if you do see a line, let us know, stay away from it. We'll get out there as quickly and as safely as possible, make sure that we can get that line and power back up. We do want to encourage people to kind of check on their neighbors. It takes a village. Make sure your neighbors, if they're without power, like make sure they're staying warm as well, and make sure you have like the essentials, flashlights just in case, your warm clothes. Make sure you got the blankets ready just in case. The little power
cells, the recharging bricks.
the little recharging bricks for your small devices to be able to get in touch with us just in case. So
one of the things that I think has changed since maybe we were kids, I feel like everybody had a kerosene heater or some sort of backup option. And a lot of folks now, if you're on electric, that's pretty much what you have.
yes.
So going into an event like this morning, it was 11 degrees outside. People start to get a little antsy about the cold. What are some things that Dickson Electric recommends as far as maintaining the power grid over the next few days as we face this cold, more people being home and relying on that heat?
We really want people to try to conserve energy if they can. We know you want to be comfortable and warm, but bundle up. Even if you're at home, we know that turning that thermostat up is a great way to stay warm, but it's also gonna bring up the bill, bring up the voltages that we have going out. And so just like bringing your thermostat down just like a few degrees can make a huge difference. So make sure you're still bundled up. Make sure you're sealing any air leaks around your windows, doors, any caulking that needs to be done, do it. These are things that are going to keep the heat in. You want to move furniture away from vents because you want the heat to get out to the whole room instead of just being stuck underneath your couch.
That makes it very inefficient if you were curious. I actually had to do this just the other day. I want to say it was Monday, I was taking the dog out and I felt a draft coming around my front door. And I have spray foamed all around the frame.
Yes.
And I felt good about it, but I had one little spot that I had missed, and so I'm this person, but in my utility room, I just happened to have a can of spray foam, and I went from the inside and sealed that up. And you talk about caulking and those sorts of things. What we're really talking about is air gap. You don't want any space where that cold air is coming in and through around your windows. A lot of people this time of year, and I just finished doing this as well, if you have an older home with single pane windows, non-thermal windows, this is the time of year where you're going to want to plastic those.
Absolutely.
And there's some cool, really cool systems. Duct tape makes a brand of window plastic that has duct tape at the top. And so you just roll it across, it folds down, and you tape it off. Those are the types of things that will really help during this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. And making sure, you know, making sure your home's insulation is good, like your attic insulation is good, because that's going to really help. I do want to kind of put out there that TVA does have rebate options for any kind of insulation and updating your HVAC and your AC units and all that stuff. So TVA Energy Right, you can look up energyright.com. They have all of that information on there. So you can update your home to be way more energy efficient for this kind of weather, and even in the hot months.
Yeah, it's never too late to start looking into that. I know we've been slowly replacing windows, and it makes a huge difference.
Yes.
Now, the other thing, we talked about this before we got on camera. This storm is a little bit different than what we're used to in that we're going to get, fingers crossed, it's a 99% chance that it's all snow.
Yes.
Is there some sense of relief for Dickson Electric when we're not starting with rain, we're not finishing with rain, it's not freezing? That makes this a little bit more enjoyable, I would think.
Yes, it does. If we can just have snow and not ice piling up on the lines, that will make things so much easier. Yes, we might still have the potential that the snow can cause a branch to fall. But as long as we don't have ice off the roads, ice off the all of the infrastructure, that'll make this 10 times easier to get through.
You did hit on something that, again, I talked about with Mr. Gillespie a few weeks ago, and that's the idea of people getting out and driving when they shouldn't.
Yes.
He mentioned the fact that most of the time, the overwhelming majority of outages are either a squirrel, which we cannot avoid. God sent them here for some reason to destroy the power system. But the other thing that you run into is people that get out and they go off the road and they hit one of your poles and take it out. In a weekend like this, I know you guys prepare for the worst, but let's say we get 6 to 8 inches and somebody is out having a good time and they take out a pole. What kind of response time? Because your trucks have to travel those same roads covered in snow.
Yeah.
How does that affect the response time for getting a truck to a pole?
Honestly, our trucks are highly equipped to be able to drive in this weather. And we make sure that they are up to date. We have our crews in the warehouse that they are amazing. They are making sure that the wheels are set to go. So really the response time is going to be like normal.
Okay.
So hopefully this doesn't happen, but if a pole is to be taken out by anything, then our response time is going to be same as normal. They're going to get out there as quickly as they can and as safely. Still going to be watching for any little ice spots on the road, but hopefully with this system, we should be good.
That's the hope. Now, I will say this, the crux of that point is if you don't have to be out this weekend, just don't. TEMA has already put a level 3 warning on road conditions and said if you're not emergency responders, if you're not Dickson Electric, if you don't have to be out, don't be out because the roads aren't going to be safe. We're anticipating snow somewhere between 3 a.m., which would be before drive time, and so people maybe would stay home naturally, and as late as 10 a.m. tomorrow. And that's post-drive time, which is where it gets a little concerning. If you get up in the morning and the roads are clear and we all go into work, and then you get stuck, that can create some issues. So the point here, from Kayla's perspective, stay home. You're way less likely to take out an electric line or a power pole if you're not driving. Now, the other thing, let's say I'm sitting in my house and I'm nice and cozy in my sweats and a blanket because I bumped my thermostat down to like 65 to help out with the load. I'm doing all the things.
We appreciate it.
Right. You guys love that. But I'm doing all the things and the power does go off. you guys have a bevy of ways that I can reach out and get in touch to report that outage.
Yes. So I personally am the person who does all the social media. So if you're,
I'm going to send you messages
yes,
now.
no, please don't. I'm just kidding. Go right ahead. I will be updating Facebook as often as I possibly can with any updates. Our dispatchers are waiting for calls. They are amazing. They are pros. When the squirrels took out the
Squirrels.
the silly squirrels took out, especially during the Alabama-Tennessee game, which was just,
It was a time
awful.
for all of us, but we made it.
They were amazing because it took out our power at the office as well.
Oh.
So I couldn't get any information from my sources, from our website stuff, which is how I'm able to post. But our dispatcher who was there, amazing, could tell anyone anything.
Very good.
So please, if you have questions, call in to our normal number. You can, I forget what the extension is, but it'll have it on the list to reach our dispatcher about any questions you might have. And they're amazing. They will figure out where you are and the approximate time if we have it. Now, of course, we can't always tell.
Especially in snow emergencies.
Especially in snow emergencies and any kind of like weather-related thing. We can't always tell right off the bat how long it's going to take. So please be patient with us. But our dispatchers are amazing at getting that information. So just call in. You can also text us. There is a text number. I have it here. Let me read it to you. So the texting number is 877-443-2333. And you can text the word out to report an outage or status to receive updates. And your cell phone number does have to be in our system.
Right.
So we highly encourage everyone to call in, and you can talk to customer service to make sure everyone's phone number in your household is on the system. It doesn't have to be just one number. It can be everyone in your household. So.
Can I update that phone number information on the website, or do I have to come in or call in?
We suggest just calling in, just to make sure we have that down and it's in our system for sure. I know we do have a couple of things online. Technology isn't always reliable.
Technology is great until it's not.
It's great until it's not. So we personally want to be able to have that in our system, not our online system. So please call in.
All right, so you can call in, you can text in, report those outages. I've been using the text system for a couple of years now, and I think it's great. It gets back to you really quick,
Yes.
and then obviously if there's an emergency, they can call in as well. It just kind of coalesces all the data for Dickson Electric. Now, the other thing that we were talking about, backup options, you mentioned generators. It's Thursday. I don't know how many places around town are going to have generators. But the options range.
Yeah.
We were talking, a genset generator, which is a whole home generator that just kicks on automatically. Those can run you into the tens of thousands. But we can also go to Lowe's and get one for a few $100.
Absolutely.
Talk about the value of having that on your property.
Having a generator as a backup is phenomenal. Just the only issue that and it's not an issue, it's more of a warning. Do not have that inside your house.
CO2. Oh my gosh, CO2.
Yes, we want everyone, like I said at the beginning, we are all about safety. Do not have that in your house. And anything that requires any kind of gasoline, do not have in your house. And don't have it near doors or windows. We know that it's easy to have it near a window just to plug something up from your window. But just in case of that CO2, because it can come right into your household, don't have it near those doors or windows.
Yeah. So generators, great option going into a weekend like this. You might face some competition trying to get one.
Yes.
Kayla, anything else you can think of from a Dickson Electric standpoint that we want to touch on?
Not really. We do want to make sure that everyone is staying safe. If you don't have to get out, please do not get out. You can always call in. We will be there tomorrow. Our office will be open, so we'll be there. If you need anything, please feel free to call us. You can find any other safety tips or preparedness kind of tips on our website, also on the TVA's Energy Right website. And we highly encourage you to update your phone numbers.
Yeah, update your phone number, get your information. Bump those thermostats down just a little bit.
Yes.
I keep mine at 68 during the day. Is that good?
Yeah, that's great.
Great.
Perfect.
There you go. 68. Wear a sweatshirt. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Have fun. Go sledding. Do something enjoyable. Build a snowman. You're in charge of social media. I
Yes,
expect to see a Dickson Electric snowman on social media this weekend.
I will see what I can get done. I'm going to see if I can get the linemen to come out and maybe do some snow angels out there. That'd be great.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Be safe this weekend. Stay warm. Stay in as best you can. Kayla, thank you for coming in and talking about this.
Thank you so much.
We will keep you updated with all the information about the weather along with Dickson Electric on social media. Follow us at 1015 The Ride and follow them at
Dickson Electric.
There we go. Dickson Electric on social media.
Yes.
Stay warm, you guys.